In the morning when I wake up, I have all my little boxes on my dresser. And I look at the boxes and I say, who wants to play with me today? Who needs to help me today? I feel like they kind of know more of what my day is going to be like than I know. So they present themselves.
Once I started working with the energy, it's like I don't wear any other jewelry now. I have a whole box full of jewelry and bracelets, and my husband's like, well, I don't have to buy you anything anymore.
I have a friend who weighed 270 pounds, Isabel. And I made 2 white bracelets for Isabel. White is the color for weight loss in feng shui. Now, she dieted and she exercised because otherwise, believe me, I'd have white all over my body. It's about that consciousness being, aligned with the unconscious thought. She got 2 white bracelets and she went down to 145 pounds with diet and exercise. And she said, you need to make these bracelets for everyone. And I said, no, I don't. And I'm not going to. I made it for my family and my friends and my clients. That's it. She went out and bought $10,000 worth of Swarovski crystals, handed it to me and said, well, now you have to. So I went to my daughter, Adrian, who's my designer, and I said, okay, we need to make this, 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 this. And she made 20 bracelets, and we went to a little fair. And we sold the 20 bracelets, and it was nice. And then before you knew it, it had a life of its own. And I was working 14 hours a day, and there you go. And that's how the bracelets started. This is where we get incredible sunlight, incredible moonlight, on the bracelets that are sitting on mineral rock crystals. And as they sit on each crystal, there's different mantra that I chant for them, and they're not moved onto the next crystal until I get the okay that it has received the message that Mother Earth has to offer. So every mineral rock crystal has spoken to me and told me that they have a message for the universe, which is then absorbed into the bracelet. And it usually takes between 2 and 3 weeks. Someone taking the same exact crystals and stringing them, and they may look the same, but it won't have the intention, and it will not have that healing ability because that intention is channeled through me.
I don't think you have to be a sensitive like myself in order to feel these subtle energies. Everybody can feel them. Everybody I've shared them with, people who are very into this, people who are not into this, they go, oh my gosh, there's an energy here. I feel them so strongly. But that's right. The wearer also has to be pure with their intention and their thoughts, since thoughts are real things. And this will really amplify where you're at, what you have in your thoughts, what you want in your life. They will amplify. And that's why there are so many different types of bracelets for all different types of intentions, if you will.
When we come to this third dimension, we bring with us lots of assistance. We bring our guardian angel. We bring an archangel, usually related to our birth sign. For example, Uriel would work with people who are Virgos and who are Taurus. That archangel energy is always with us. And then we have helpmates that come with us. And then there are goddesses and gods who are within that angelic realm. But they are different because they choose us. And how do you know? Because when you put the bracelet on, some sensitive people will feel a tingling in their fingers. Sometimes they'll feel warm all the way up. If they don't want to work with you, you're going to feel pain up in your upper part of your arm, or your arm might start to hurt or feel heavy, and you'll notice that you're going to be carrying your hand like this. Sometimes you're working with a goddess like Kali, and she is the goddess of destruction. And whatever is destroyed must be rebuilt. So it's about death and rebirth. Now, she is a finicky goddess. There are lots of them that, like Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, Artemis, they will not. They will be constant, they will be true. You can wear them every day, you can wear them all the time. But some of them will say, I don't want to work with you. Now, when you look at them, they're all beautiful. Sometimes you can tell yourself whether a bracelet is good for you or not. You feel a connection. Kali's in black and clear, and everybody loves that combination. She wants to work with you. She's saying it's time to throw out this old person. And it's time to get yourself on track. I work in the lighter realm, and she's working much deeper. And then when we talk to people that are looking to buy the bracelet, sometimes I'm very comforting, and I kind of come around the side and go, okay, we can work this way. And Dorinda comes and goes, no, it's this.
My job is to go, no, I see your core, so we're going to go there. And then Shireen goes, wait a minute, no, don't hurt them. And I'm like, we're not, I promise. But so the fabulous thing about this is if you put a perfect circle of energy, this is us, because we are literally opposite. So we fill a complete circle. So when people come to the table or we're at a workshop, they get the, oh, it's going to be okay, come this way. It's all love.
And the bottom line is,
it's all
we want the same thing for the person.
That's the bottom
we
line.
want them to walk out feeling good about themselves, that their life is moving.
because we know they're real.
Yes.
These beings are real, and I think that's what's so magical. Now, I'm sure you've had the experience too, where in the last few years, people are like, oh, the guides, they're real, and we're like, yeah.
This is called Align Your Chakras, and of course these are the chakra colors in the alignment. So you concentrate and meditate on each color, and you ask the universe to align your chakras, so then you'll be running smoothly and perfectly and able to manifest what you want in your life.
My first bracelet I bought at a store called Serenity Now, and we started what was Goddess Gatherings. There was a woman there named Kathleen. She would read the energy of the bracelets, and we would sit in circle, and she would hold the bracelet and get the messages from the bracelets for each person.
Yesterday, Michael and Raphael asked for each one a bracelet of their own, because they're working with me constantly. They never leave my side. And as I put them on, I got this tremendous rush, as it was when I first put on the other bracelets, but this tremendous rush of power that came through me, connection between them. And I have to say that I've seen other crystal bracelets and other places, and they're not the same thing. These are particularly strong and vibrant and connected.
Each morning, actually, I rise and I do a meditation, and I set the intention for me with the rivers in mind now, because that's my strongest calling. I live on very little, as do most artists and writers, and I really only buy essentials. My daughter and I gifted each other with the bracelet. Rishi gave me Oshun, and I gave her Sarasvati. And later we found that Sarasvati is also a river goddess. And we are using these bracelets as a sign of our commitment to work together.
This bracelet is White Buffalo Calf Woman, who is my personal guide, and she is a shapeshifter, and she brings the peace pipe, and she shows us how to be in community and have great beauty, joy, and abundance in our own life, and how to keep shifting and changing as we need to.
Feels like it shines a lot more now.
See, it's turning gold, because of course he said he doesn't like gold.
That's weird. It was really dark earlier.
It's going to change on you. It's going to start resonating with you, and it'll go back to like black, but then sometimes it may be gold, but you'll know, oh, that means I'm getting my turn. But you have to claim it. You have to own it. Yes. However, there could be others. So if you don't like the way it looks or you don't like the way it feels.
Like aches here.
It aches. And resist. Okay. Don't look. Resist. Which one was stronger? So tell me what you want in your life.
Just to be worry-free, I guess. Yeah, I'm a worrier.
Okay. So that's Lakshmi. Men are wearing these bracelets. They used to only wear the smaller bracelets that I would make, and then this year, I cannot tell you how many bracelets we have sold to men. And they are thrilled to be wearing them. This is a special edition Lakshmi. And so if you wish to receive in your life, this is the energy that you want to have. And the colors are browns and grays, which are very grounding and also reflect receiving great financial rewards. This bracelet is Thor. Thor is a problem solver. He stands between two worlds, high above us. He has 1 foot here and 1 foot in the other dimension. This is very popular with men. This is the god Thoth. Thoth is the Egyptian god who's responsible for the equation of the pyramids. He helps people who are going to forward the planet. I met James at the Omega show in Manhattan, and I wasn't aware that it was James Van Praagh. All I saw was this huge ball of white, pure light, and it felt good. And when you're near pure white light, you want to draw closer to it.
I remember I turned around to the last aisle, and I walked down it, and I looked up, and I saw brilliant light around this booth, this vendor, this table.
And then I looked, and I saw really beautiful crystal blue eyes. And then I noticed that those eyes were tearing up, and he was holding a bracelet called Thoth.
She said, pick any bracelet you feel an attraction to. So I picked out this one. It was in a stand of 100 of them. And this is one I picked out. This one right here. Okay? And I felt this. I put this on me, and immediately it felt at home. And this charge went shoo, right through my body. And I've worked with crystals before. I've been in Brazil for many times working with crystals. I've worked with crystals for many, many years. And I know the cleanliness, the purity, the power of crystals. And this had an incredible sensation. As I just put this on my arm now, again, this energy came through me.
This is James Van Praagh's bracelet. He has a mantra. It's called Healthy Am I, Happy Am I, Holy Am I. And these happen to be his 3 favorite colors.
When I put it on, it was so strong and so powerful, and I felt so amazing. And, you know, I had lunch, and then I came back, and I was sitting, sitting down, and I thought, oh, I don't know about this, and I feel kind of disconnected. And then we did the grounding, and then I turned and I looked, and I'm like, oh, you're so beautiful. I feel so great. And I heard you talking about this one, about how it's about ritual and grounding, and it was so funny, the difference when I grounded myself again, and how I felt, and it was just like, yeah, that's what
And
you're
the
supposed
colors
to do.
will change depending on whether they're resonating with you or not.
Right. A lot of people were complimenting on it, saying, wow, what's that?
Oh, don't let anybody touch it, and don't let people try it on.
Oh, I didn't let anybody try it on.
Good,
But, you
good.
know, but
you know
yeah.
what, people will go like that. That's
Yes,
okay.
right.
But you know what I'm saying, when they
Right.
want to,
Yeah, no, I know.
you know,
Yeah.
and it is, it's like a moth to the flame. People
Yeah.
are attracted, and kids are attracted too.
The same thing with me. When I see it on people like this one, who is that? That's,
Oshun.
what is it?
Oshun.
Oshun.
She's a Nigerian goddess of passion and love. But she's also very community-minded, and she's a teacher, and she brings the art of divination to people, to her tribe,
Okay, yeah.
which had been just for men. So now it's about sharing the knowledge with everybody.
Everybody.
You know, not limiting it, but letting everybody make the good decisions,
Right.
the ones that are
Right.
right for them. So that's why I'm wearing it, to give
Yes.
that ability to people so that they can choose wisely for themselves. The size of the crystal is very important. The larger the crystal, the more energy I can put in. The more deeper the infusion could go into that bracelet. Especially as you see, these bracelets are multicolor. So we're using the energy of pink, the energy of yellow and green and blue. And so we don't have that much blue. And we have even less blue in the smaller bracelet. So that's what's so important about it. I cannot get goddess energy into the smaller crystal bracelets. These are called angelic message bracelets, or they're feng shui bracelets. I made this bracelet, which is called Expect a Miracle, in this smaller size. However, it was so popular that people requested it in the larger size, and it happened with these other two. But usually when you see these bracelets, if you see them and it's a smaller crystal, what we're looking at is these smaller crystals are strung on red string. The red string is significant. The way it was channeled to me from the angels is that the crystal is going to absorb negative energy. And if that particular person who's wearing it is around a toxic environment and not clearing themselves, then the bracelet will break to clear them.
Well, we always tell everyone you put them on a clear quartz crystal, and you can put them out in the moonlight and the sunlight so that they can, you know, get the energy. I've been wearing my bracelets for about 6 years now. I've never broken a bracelet, and I have 3 little kids and 3 dogs, and they pull on them, and I've never broken one. And I also do not ever get them wet.
The bracelets need to be cleared. They absorb a lot of negative energy so that you don't have to. You do that by putting it on a clear quartz stone. And you leave it overnight for a few hours. You know, if you're intuitive, you'll know when it feels clear. This bracelet is called Intuition, and it really shows us what our soul wants and where we have to go, and gives us clues, and it opens up our third eye. And so the color is a beautiful indigo color, and the spaces in between have violet, which are for your 7th chakra, which opens you up to your higher self. Prosperity is a combination of purple and black and clear. Black in feng shui is great wealth, and purple is abundance and good fortune, and clear amplifies everything. So the combination of these 3 colors together, to me, the message is prosperity. And this is from our affirmation line. And when you affirm that you're going to be prosperous, and it resonates with you, if you keep doing the affirmation, prosperity will come to you. And this is Jesus' energy. And Jesus' energy is about receiving everything that Source has to offer to us. Patience, kindness, joy, and to also know that you are well loved.
I'm a teacher for special education students, and I'm also a chaplain at a major trauma center in New Jersey. So I bought the Jesus bracelet. I went home that night, and I'm walking in the dark. There's a little bit of light coming in, and I see like an Egyptian cuff of gold sparkles. And it's roughly about 4 inches wide from my wrist. I had no bracelet on, I had no watch on, I had none of the jewelry on to go to bed, but there was this cuff. The entire thing sparkled. I went into the bathroom, and I just figured, all right. When I woke up, it was all a dream, and I looked down at my hand, and the cuff was there. It's a little smaller, it was still there.
And I think that it's just really him really showing that he is here, and he's connected to us, and that he's here with us. And it's just a tangible evidence that we're on our right path, and that he's working with us, and we have all this unconditional love and divine assistance and all the knowledge that we can get from him. And he is a master.
Hi, Shireen. I've been to many, hundreds and hundreds of shows. I've seen jewelry, I've seen in spiritual conventions and so forth. I've never seen jewelry charged with this energy. And I said, there's something very special here. What's going on here?
Crystals tend to change things. They raise the vibrational frequencies, okay? And they get in tune. Everything is vibrational frequency. So if we get coupled with the correct crystal, it changes it. And in this case, and I'll print you one of these other reports anyway, but in this case, we're picking up the magenta all around here, the magic, the spirituality, it's right there. Which these crystals are raising your vibrational frequency.
This is a very good aura, very spiritual, very spiritual. Look at the purple and the blues, very much an expression of spirituality. And then here's one
And
with
this is
you.
after wearing the bracelets.
So this is you wearing the bracelet.
Yeah,
So wow, compare the two.
yeah.
So this, when you're wearing the bracelet, it's
Yes.
obviously, wow, much more, the more clarity. Much more clarity here. Look at that, you can see the chakras very clearly. Isn't that amazing?
I noticed the bracelets on Jacqueline, my neighbor. She was raking, I think, out in the yard. My eyes were on her sparkly bracelet. And finally, when we were done talking, I said, "Where did you get that bracelet?" I said I was going to start a business, or I had started a business, and I wanted to be successful. And you said, Ganesh. And that's what I got. My sales started to go crazy on the 5th of July, which was the day I got the bracelet.
This is the #1 bracelet of all my bracelets, and this is It's My Turn, and it's about claiming what it is that you want, and most people will wear this on their left wrist. So we hear tons of stories about this bracelet, about claiming that it's your turn, and the energy behind this bracelet is Archangel Michael, who we know is our great protector and really helps us when we need it.
In May of 2008, they told me that I was in menopause and I was no longer producing any eggs, and that in vitro wasn't even an option. And at that point, I just became completely devastated. I mean, the only thing I ever wanted as a child was to be a mother. And I'm a teacher, and I have 3 wonderful, nieces and nephews, but it was my turn. And so my mom had created a bracelet, and I put it on, and she goes, "I don't know who it is," and I said, "I need it." And I started wearing it, and I just was crying one day over it, and I said, "It's my turn. It's my turn. Everybody else is pregnant, but it's my turn." And she said, "Oh my God, that's who that bracelet is." And so the story of what's written in the book was me, and it was my proclamation to the universe that it was my turn, and I was claiming my space in the universe for my child to come through and to have my destiny come to me.
I think of intention as energy with action. Like when you set an intention in the world, you're saying, I want divine, I want this intention to XYZ. So these are action bracelets, this is energy action.
Our angels and our goddesses and gods are standing right next to us, and we don't know it. When you reach for the bracelet, you give them permission to enter into your energy field.
My initial response was just, I couldn't get a deep enough breath in. And then when I put it, it's happening again.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
When I put it on, I'm having the same response. When I put it on, this part of me felt like it was melting in a good way, like there was a resistance there that just started melting, and then I felt like energy just coming out. Can you remind me again about his energy? And
Archangel Azrael works with mediums.
Okay.
He helps your loved ones cross over, and he sets them up in their new home. So you are entrusting your loved one to him, and then he comes and he starts to heal you of your grief.
Okay.
And he starts to slowly let you release all of these feelings that you have.
I was just attracted to the bracelets, and I picked up this bracelet. In fact, it's called Expect a Miracle, and I started to cry, and I said, "Shireen, what does that mean?" And she says, "That means that you will buy it, but you will give it away." And I have given away 8 of them so far. And who I give them to are people that just cross my path. Like there was a lady with a rare disease I met like a week ago, and it's like the bracelet almost jumped off my arm that I needed to give her that energy because she had such a rare disease, and it would help her spiritually, mentally, and physically.
Another friend of mine had breast cancer, and I know that Shireen had she has a bracelet about overcoming breast cancer. And I'll tell you, I bought that for her. And this lady she was on her second round of chemo, and she wore this bracelet every single day, and for 2 months, and then the third month she went back to her doctor, and there was no sign whatsoever anymore of the tumors or the tumor markers. And was it the bracelet? I think it definitely had something to do with it. I definitely do. They're definitely magical. There's definitely some power.
The phenomenon of the jewelry for me, personally, when I say that is, oh my God, people get it. Many times I'm doing a show and nobody knows me, and I could be in a strange city. And people come over to the table and they pick up a bracelet and they start to cry. Or the bracelet just kind of sucks its way onto their arm. Or they feel elated. They get some reaction. So even when no one knows me, the phenomenon is people get a reaction, which is really, really incredible. Because sometimes you recognize that guide, you knew them when you were 4 years old, and you've missed them now for the past 30, 40 years, and suddenly they're back like an old friend. And you go, and you recognize that familiar energy, and you are home.
It was a very tough decision because they're all so beautiful. Yeah, but I chose Live Who You Are. And then Kali, who I'm told, sort of picked me because I guess she doesn't work with everybody, but I think I need her energy. It's absolutely gorgeous.
And since I've had it on, so many people have come up to me and said, oh my God, what is that? It's so beautiful. I can't believe the light that's coming out of it. And I did see other people try it on, and I didn't think it sparkled as much. I mean, not this one, but there are a couple other white Taras. And I was talking to one of the ladies there, and she said, that's because you're already working with her energy. The other one I got was Anya, which Dorinda had channeled for me, and I hadn't seen it because they didn't have it, so I came this morning and I tried it on, and wow. Not the color scheme that I would usually go for, but just this happy, light energy.
And it was a hard choice, so I picked these today, and I'm hoping to continue my collection.
And when they feel the bracelets after my mother's worked with them, it's kind of just, it's really amazing.
I finally understand now. The reason I've given so many of them away is because I was wearing it on my right hand, which is to give away. And now I've put it on my left. So I can keep one, and then I'll put one here that I can give away.
So I had gotten Azrael a couple of days ago, and I keep just oddly shifting it from one arm to the other now that you've said that this hand represents the giving, right, and the receiving.
It's interesting for me. I observe them picking up the bracelet and then putting back and feeling which one. And I've had people come and say, is this right for me? And I say, no, I can't answer that question. You have to answer that question. What feels right to you?
I first saw the miracle bracelet on Claudine's arm. And I said, oh my goodness, what is that? It was so cute. I have the little crystals. I understand that she now makes the big ones, but I got the little cute one. And it looked like a baby's bracelet to me. And then I decided, okay, I'm buying the little bracelet. It was just too cute. It just reminded me so much of being young, and that's what miracles were made of. When you're young, anything's possible. And this was like a new life, a new little baby bracelet, new life.
When I open up my computer and there's an email from someone, as I open it up, different guides fill the room. And as I'm reading the email, one will draw closer. So that person that they're asking about in the email, or that person, their guides will show up to give me the information for them. And it happens that quick.
Sadie wants a bracelet too. I'm looking to maybe get her a sweet little bracelet or a necklace or something around her neck.
This is my newest project. It's not quite finished. And it has taken me a few years to get the right energy in. This is jewelry for our pets. Our pets give us so much, and they love jewelry. And when I go to put this on my dog, she is so happy. She comes over and she just knows, Mommy loves me. We want to take you every step of the way to where you need to be and what's going to work for you. We're not interested in just putting out a bracelet, and we want it to be the right one, and we want it to work in your life.
Friends of mine who I've given these to, they cannot leave the house. They said, they've become like my children. I cannot leave my house until I have my bracelet on.
Well, my Expect a Miracle is definitely my favorite. Because it's so cute and because it actually worked.
There's something special about those bracelets.
I've worn Ganesh out, as you well know, and I think I need to either get him refurbished or get another one because he's given his all for me.